We are live right now. I didn't do my countdown thing because I don't know. Kind of with what's going on right now. It's how do I even say it? I'm gonna take another sip of my Dutch Bros. I didn't even say I was gonna go live. I've been saying all day that yeah, I'm gonna go live here, I'm gonna go live there, but I really haven't. And why is the reason for that? Why? I think a big reason is because like lately I've been feeling kind of down. I'm not gonna say depressed because I mean you should only use that if you're actually diagnosed depressed, and I never have been diagnosed. But it doesn't stop me from having those downs. Maybe it's the weather. This cold weather is really doing it for me. But I just wanted to do a quick one. I'm not gonna do like that late or anything. Tomorrow I have a really good video planned for you all. It's gonna be a pretty long one. I'm gonna invite anyone to talk. I'm gonna invite anyone to come on and talk. But today, let's just talk about negativity bias. And what that is it's a problem with all of us. And I think the right way to address it is just to admit it. We all have a negativity bias, and that's just us being attracted to, bad news, the drama, the instances like that. Because think of it this way: you're more likely to click on, for example, you're more likely to click on my video if I say, my issues with Jaime, rather than me titling my video like a conversation with Jaime. Which one are you most likely click on? Same thing if someone were to say, "Hey, Isabel." Same thing. Like let's mention Vanessa in here. As much as I don't like mentioning Vanessa, because there's no reason to. Are you more likely to click on a video titled, um, Vanessa's new job, or a title that says "Find out where Vanessa works"? Like the one that seems more catfishy, clickbaity, more drama filled is going to be the one someone most likely clicks on. Because I've done this test before. Where I titled one of my videos, I think it was titled like "The Drama with OM," and I didn't even mention her throughout the entire video. I did that as kind of like a little social experiment, just to prove that the views will go up with the drama. So that kind of makes everyone like, that kind of fuels into everyone wanting just to make their videos about that. Yeah, it's about drama sells. Your title is catching. See, it's all about that. It's, as much as people want to say, "Oh, it's the content. This is my content," and stuff like that. It's not the content that's bringing people. What's bringing people is the titles, the fact that you're known as someone to cause drama, that you're known as a problem, that you're known as a mess. That's what's bringing people to talk. And it's kind of bad. And negativity bias is something that psychologists have come up with, and they've learned that it's something that we learn as children. It's just embedded in our DNA. That's why when I said it's everyone's fault, it's nothing against you as an individual. It's nothing against you as a group, the audience. It's just something that every one of us has, and it's basically something in our brains that makes us pay attention to something that might be changing around us. That's why we're not gonna care when someone says, "Oh, it's nice and sunny outside." We're gonna care when someone says, "Oh, it's dark with a chance of rain," because that's changing our surroundings, that's changing our expectations, that's changing what we feel as a norm. So this little, negativity bias in our heads just makes us alert to life-threatening situations, even if it's not ours, like someone's life. Like the arrest with arrests, with assaults, with all these things. Like, we're more alert to that because we want to know what's going on in our situation. But it gets to the point, and I feel a lot lately, that it's getting in the way of people's happiness, well-being, Even productivity. Like I've been getting all my work done, but usually I get my work done in the first 2 days of the week, and the rest of the week I get to like chill, relax. Well, I was actually working on, my third day, which is really weird. Let me see. I say where there's more hate and negativity, that's where the haters will especially be. Okay, sorry, but I have to disagree. That's perfectly cool. I love when someone, disagrees with me because, you might be able to change my mind on here. With you, I support based off. Okay, that's fair. Hello, Denise. Content creator has community content, love or hate. Yes, and yes, I get involved in it, but I feel like I'm like the drama was, I don't even know how to say it, and it's so confusing. Let's say the drama is a planet. Let's throw everyone in there. Let's throw Ophelia in there. Let's throw Jaime in there. Let's throw Vanessa. Let's throw Frank. Let's throw them in there, and they're on this planet. We'll call them, Dramatopia, whatever you want to call this, planet. I feel like I'm the moon orbiting it. Like I know it. I'm close to the gravity of it. I get pulled in because of it, but I'm still not. I still feel like I'm not fully in there. I'm not a character in this. I'm just someone who happens to have a platform who talks about it, but I don't attack. Okay. Okay. Supports being truthful. Hashtag facts. Okay, that's cool. And that brings me to the whole gravity thing. Yeah, it pulls you in, but then it's bad for you. It's tiring for you. I don't know if any of y'all are just tired of hearing like some of these voices, tired of people claiming that they have. And I'm not doing an attack on anyone. This is just my opinion. This is just the way I feel looking in on it. I'm not in it. I'm just looking, over it. The way I see it is, I'm tired of people claiming to have content, but yet every single one of their videos is just like the other, to where we're just watching it in a new casing, we're just watching it in a new mold, but it's still the same product. Um, and I don't even want to mention Ophelia. Like I'm not mentioning, like I'm bringing her in because she's known in this the same way I'm, using Jaime's name, the same way I'm using Frank's name or anything. I'm not doing it to attack. I'm just using it because this is someone that we all know. I could mention, other content creators that I know from the Valley, but you all wouldn't know them because they're not in the drama. Same product, different characters, exactly. Like, um, and that's fine. You can say what you say. I'm not kicking anyone off the platform. I'm not blocking. I'm not throwing anyone in the YouTube jail or anything. I like this. I like this back and forth because it's better than everyone just, bowing down to one idea, just agreeing with whatever one content creator says or anything like that. I like this. I'm sure there's some things you might agree with me. I'm sure there's plenty that you've already said that you don't agree with me on here. That's cool. I like it. I like you. I like that we're able to have this back and forth. That's the way it should be with these platforms. And it's good that you don't entertain it. Same way I don't entertain it. Some people will say that I don't defend myself. I don't need to defend myself if I know it's not true. Some people will go ahead and say, well, um, he's scared. He doesn't want to respond or anything like that. I'm not scared of anyone on any of these platforms or anything like that. I don't see myself with them. Okay. Denise, everyone knows Denise. I had a really good conversation with her. We cleared up some things. She feels that I had said some things. I apologize, even though I know I haven't said anything. I just know that sometimes it takes that bigger person just to like apologize. Everything's cool. I got invited at one point to the Strawberry Festival. Hopefully, I could attend one time, like in the future. But um, Denise is awesome. Denise, you have my number in case you ever want to talk again. Gina says, I don't understand why they tell her they're just jealous of you. What exactly are they jealous for? And this is something I don't want. I don't want it to become Ophelia. Like, I don't want to talk about Ophelia. I don't want to talk about that. I'd rather, like, something that would interest me a whole lot more than making a whole video just on Ophelia is talking about, like, this nasty ant pile that keeps growing in my backyard. I feel like that deserves way more attention from me than she does. But y'all are welcome to your own opinions here. So I just wanted to talk about good stuff. I wanted to get away with this negativity and talk about some really great things that have been happening in the world, because in a world where there's this drama, there's this, I hate to say it, but there's this shit around everywhere. There's like good things that have happened. Like, I don't know if you all heard about that 10-year-old who delivered her mother's baby using a 911 operator, like, to walk her through it. Why isn't that mentioned more in the news? But you know what's mentioned in the news? A 22-year-old Kentucky University student who was arrested for saying racial slurs on campus towards a person of color, a POC. That's getting news all over the place. Saturday Night Live's covering it. It's all over my TikTok. It's all over, all these websites. It's all over Reddit. But how hard is it to find something good like a 10-year-old girl named Miracle who lived up to her name by helping her mom deliver the baby? Like, that's the kind of crazy things. Yeah, and that's crazy because she was saying effing N-word B on repeat for like 10 minutes before officers got there. Calling this person this. I think she even bit her at one point. And she was using this entitlement. Like, that's getting attention. That doesn't need attention. That's like, people like this don't need that attention. People who cause this kind of hostility, people who cause these kinds of drama, people who cause all this don't deserve any attention. Just like when... Yeah, it was that drunk girl. It was that drunk girl. She's been fired from her job. I think she's suspended from the university, but she's not kicked out of the university, which is upsetting a lot of people, especially if people in color are going to that university and she ends up being allowed to go back. I think it's just going to cause more problems. It's already causing a bad name, like PR-wise, so that's kind of bad. But she was taught racism at home. And that drink is so good. So I think it's just I know my video is like all over the place right now, but I think it's just a problem where first you need to be able to identify the negative stuff. Okay, I know someone's watching me on the other end of the house because I hear an echo and like a 10-second delay. It's super loud, so if someone's watching me at the other end of the house, if you could please turn it down because it's throwing me off balance. Okay, message received because it's already down. What am I drinking? It's called Picture Perfect. It's coffee with caramel drizzle and dark chocolate drizzle with whipped cream. And it's very good, from Dutch Bros. But I think if we're just able to identify like this bad stuff, and it's fun to be involved into it. It's fun to listen to it, to every once in a while, like, to chime in just to know what's going on. And I'm not saying not to watch. Like, everyone, feel free to watch and let me know what's going on, because haven't been watching this past week, and I just hear like little things here and there, and I'm like, okay, I get my fix. I don't need to watch a 2-hour long video just to get 5 seconds of information that could have been wrapped up and ended. Some of these platforms just need to go to TikTok instead of dedicating a whole hour to YouTube. The revenue is a lot better on there. Just saying, if you are in this just for money, because I know a lot of people do these videos just for money, YouTube's the worst paying. So I could recommend other platforms. Reach out to me. I'll tell you other platforms to go that pay you a whole lot more for doing a lot less, and it's a lot easier to monetize on those also. I'm using YouTube because it's just a wider audience. VT brought that attention to the young lady that was killed by her friends in Mexico. Did you hear about that one? Yes. The Is that the one where like no one knows where she went, but there's like some video cameras and it was at a hotel or something? That's been going on for a long time. My wife told me about this like a few months ago because I don't know if like she knows like a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend who got like details and stuff like that. But yeah, I've heard about that one. That was crazy. You could actually substitute instead of dark chocolate. You could substitute it for white chocolate, milk chocolate, like whatever. I just like dark chocolate. What else do we got here? Her own friends killed her. I thought it was like the taxi driver or something like that. But it was like three girls. I don't even know the details. Um, if you're still watching in the other side of the house, if you want to message me or like give me some information on this, because I know you know this information a lot more. But yeah, like that was crazy. And then there was even I think the social media for that hotel. See, I was trying to talk about good news, and look what we're talking about. We're talking about this kind of stuff, but that's fine because it's true crime, and I love true crime. The social media page for the hotel of that place was sending like kind of cryptic messages also. Oh, this is another one that just happened. Holy crap, I didn't know about that. I think I need to watch Vanessa. Whoops, 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 whoops. Never mind. Wait, are we still live? Did anything happen here? Going on. Okay, I guess we're still live. Holy. For that one, I'm blaming Isabel. For some reason, I clicked on her name and my whole internet went down. So I'm blaming you on that one, Isabel. Okay, here's a good one. Yeah, I'm liking these points that you're bringing up. I do like these. I'm not attacking or anything like that. Like it's genuinely, I like this. When someone does something wrong, they're the ones that have to live with it. Again, facts. Exactly. But if someone did wrong, let's say there's two people. Both people did the exact same thing wrong. They both got in trouble for it. What if the other person is still like? What if they're both continuing to do wrong, but they're just going around different ways? One's doing it publicly, one's doing it privately. Like, is that still good just because the person isn't doing it publicly? Like, that's what we gotta think about. Is everything okay? Okay, yeah, my whole internet's resetting, but for some reason I'm still on, so I guess the connection's there. I'm just getting like a lag or a delay. Fake names on platforms talking crap. All the fake names, yeah. I know there's some. I'll give it this. There's some people that do it because they actually have. Um, they do it as a way of defense because everyone on these platforms like going after jobs, going after families, and stuff like that. So they do it as a level of protection. But then there's some who have nothing to lose, who have no reason to hide their names. They do it just because they don't want to be attacked. So there's a difference between two. I'm sure it's on both sides. I'm not saying that like, oh, everyone who's on one page they're only doing it to attack, or there's people on one page only doing it to defend themselves. It's all over the place. I use a fake name, but at least I present myself and people know who's behind my fake name. But the way I see it is, even privately, there's a lot of people who message me privately on both sides, and surprisingly, both sides to attack me. But that's cool because there's an equal number that people that support me on both sides. But they've come to me and they've said, you know what, so and so on this platform, I don't like what you said about this, but I like what you said about this. Like, owning up and admitting that, like, okay, yeah, I don't hate you 100% because one person hates you 100%. That's cool with me. I Do I even have the screenshot still? No, because I don't like sharing screenshots. But I had taken one because I wanted it just so it could be kind of a refresher for me, or it could like be a little bit nice. Someone said, I'm just gonna summarize it here. They basically said, "I'm sorry for what I had to say about you. And I don't really mean it. I hope we're still friends." I'm like, okay, cool. Like, you're gonna bash me publicly, fine, but at least you owned up to it. Like, I don't have any issues with you. I don't have any issues with anyone who says anything bad about me. Mainly because I don't even know their names. I don't even know their faces. So what is it gonna bother me to be upset at a ghost? Um, yeah. I think one of the sayings was, "What's good for the goose is good for the gander," and I think it should just follow that way. Like, if you're gonna allow it on one side, you gotta allow it on the other side. You can't get mad because someone's doing it and doing it better. Exactly. Oh, I do want to. Speaking of this, I do want to show something off because I think it's like the coolest thing ever. Uh, yeah, like I had mentioned this because I've done a couple of lives on my Facebook that I haven't done on YouTube. That when I first started my channel, I used to do a lot of videos with my daughter. Like, me and my daughter had the YouTube channel. We would like do fun challenges and stuff. But because I can't trust these sides to be adults, to have some level of respect, to not bring in children, underage, like underage children who have nothing to do with this. That's why I had to like kind of tell my daughter to stop doing these, or kind of hide these things. But yeah, show me. But yeah, she went and we got this Christmas tree, and I just wanted to show it off. It's a real Christmas tree and it has glitter in it, so she's gonna have to water it and take care of it and stuff like that. It's a very cute one. Okay, thank you. But that was just something she wanted to show off, her little Christmas tree. So I would like to be bringing my family onto these videos more often. I'd like to do these family like events, or when we're always going out and about and stuff. But it's so hard because there's so much negativity on these platforms, to where just because someone might not like me, something might get said about my daughter who has nothing to do with it. She doesn't know what's going on with all this. Same thing for the wife, but the wife could, she could care less. She's such a girl. Yeah, she is. I mean, I would hope. But don't let that innocent act fool you. She could throw. She has a good arm. She could throw. So I'm assuming she could throw a pretty good punch also. Don't water too much. Yeah, I have no idea. It just said to keep it moist. So we're going to try and keep it moist. She has a really nice, like, spot by her window. So we're going to see what that happens. Off topic, Whatnot. Yes, Whatnot is a very dangerous thing. Well, for me, because I'm going to want to buy a lot of stuff. Some of my local comic book shops have their auctions, and they've been putting some pretty cool stuff up there. She beat you on Halloween cupcakes. Yeah, she was more creative. I just bought a kit and, went with it. Denise, thank you very much. Strawberry Festival. My daughter loves strawberries. We get like maybe a pound or two a week, and they're gone by, midweek. We started going to the farmer's market. That's pretty cool too. But yeah, like talking about good things like that would be, I guess, a breath of fresh air. Yeah, the Strawberry Festival's public, but I don't know anyone there. But the fact that I'm being invited from someone who lives there, like, is pretty cool. I mean, I live in Austin. If I were to invite you or invite anyone, like, hey, come with me. I'm gonna take you to Voodoo Donuts. I'm gonna show you around. That's a pretty nice and inviting. It's a good feeling. Um, Going to apply to sell. I should sell some of my stuff. I'm like looking around because as much as I have over there, like I have stuff up here. I have stuff in my closet. Mm, Actually, I might have something Catwoman around here. No, I got a Batgirl. I got a Harley Quinn. I have a couple of like other DC stuff, but I don't have a Catwoman on my shelf. I have one somewhere in my closet. Um, so yeah, I mean, like I said, I've been down. Not really down, just where I wouldn't mind wrapping myself in my burrito blanket and just being there all weekend and not lifting a finger, like kind of thing. Like let me binge watch 2 seasons of some show I don't even care about, kind of down. Denise, thank you very much. We will go. We were gonna go this year, but it was the same weekend as Comic Con, and I needed to go get this signed, so I kind of needed to make this a priority. But we wanted to go. We talked about going. Put that back up there. Oh man, everyone's talking about strawberries now. Okay, but before I go, I need to tell you about a story about corn. My daughter is a super picky eater. Like people got caught up being a mole for 210. I have no idea what that's about. My daughter's a picky eater. She always has been. She's every day, for every single day that she's been in school, like I have to make her lunch, or my wife has to make her lunch. Like she gets lunch made for her every day. So, not the corn people throw out. I'm talking about actual corn here. So we make lunch for her every single day. And she's real picky on what she eats. She doesn't like meat, so she only eats veggies. She only eats fruit or stuff like that. Like she doesn't like meat. Like even chicken nuggets, she's picky on her chicken nuggets. We went to go eat today, and she didn't. I don't even think she ate her chicken. So what ended up happening was we either send her with pasta or we send her with rice. We send her with. I even learned how to make like flatbread pizzas that I would send her. So I guess people in her school would see that like she would only eat rice and noodles, so it kind of gives like an image. It kind of paints a picture for this. So what made it worse is she came home with a can of corn the other day. I love corn as well, don't talk about corn like that. And she was super excited about it, and I was like, Emily, why are they sending food home to you? And she's like, I don't know, but she's super excited. Like this corn's been on the counter. That can of corn's basically a friend of hers now. And it got me thinking, like, we're we're making it seem like we don't feed her. Like we're making it seem like we give her scraps because I mean it's just rice and noodles every day. Like that's her thing. That's like her favorite stuff. So she came with a can of corn, super excited, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, like I'm excited for you too. But in the back of my head, I'm like, do people think that we don't feed her? Do people think that like at home all she has is rice and noodles? And then she mentions like, oh, and my friend's mom came and brought me McDonald's. I'm like, why are you getting McDonald's all of a sudden? Like, why are they feeding you? Like, we feed you. You pick your own lunch. You're the one who I ask you every morning, what do you want to eat? And you say that. Like, there'll be pizza day at school, and she still doesn't want pizza. She still wants me to make her rice. She doesn't want, the chicken nuggets there. She wants, dry buttered noodles. So now I feel like there's this image. And I was telling my wife, I was like, I don't want to be stood up by some, like, little kid in elementary school, like, giving my daughter a can of corn. Like, I started saying, like, well, you know what? I'm going to show up and I'm going to buy pizza. Like, I'm going to go buy pizza for the school. And then my wife mentioned, she's like, yeah, you bet you're going to buy, what, Little Caesars? And I was like, damn right. Like, I'm not rich, but I'm not like, I'm going to buy the whole school, like, Pizza Hut, like, money. So then I brought up the point. I was like, you know what? Maybe I would have thought about, like, Domino's or Pizza Hut or something like that if they would have given me the good corn. It wasn't even, what's the good brand? Del Monte, which is, the Cadillac of corn, if there is such a thing. If we went on, like, on a corn scale here, I think that would be pretty up there. That's like the Ferrari. I'll give it the Ferrari, Del Monte right there. What's going on? See, I'm just trying to talk about corn, man, and everyone's talking about drama. This just proves my point that... Oh shit, did I break something again? Yeah, I'm gonna start cash apping because I want y'all to buy me a computer. There we go. It's my 3D printer. It's connected to my computer. Broaden their palate. It's hard because she doesn't want to try anything. Like, I'm not being cocky or anything, but I could cook. Okay, I do my own spaghetti sauce from scratch. I've mastered. I'm gonna say this. I've mastered replicating Chick-fil-A chicken. Like, I know how to do that breading. I know the secret in their secret in their batter. It's pickles. Okay, the really good thing that makes Chick-fil-A taste good, they put pickle brine. They brine it in pickles. That's what makes it work. I've replicated. It tastes just like it. Even looks just like it. What else do I make? The wife's made Marry Me Chicken. Well, I made it too, but she makes it better. I mess it up on purpose so I don't have to cook it. But yeah, Marry Me Chicken. We've made pizza from scratch. We've made spaghetti from scratch. A lot of Italian, dishes here. Even though it's not Italian, chicken Alfredo. Chicken Alfredo is American. What else do we make? I made some Chinese rice, with the, the egg, the veggies and stuff like that. Some General Tso chicken. I make some pretty good burgers. I make steak. Like, I make food. Like, we have food here. I don't need some little kid taking pity on my daughter and giving her a can of corn. Like, I'm gonna throw it at that kid if I see him again. What else do I make? I went through this phase, like, during the pandemic where I just wanted to cook. So that's why I got, like, a bunch of, like, cooking stuff. I got my own wok. Oh, I love my wok so much. All right, well, you're welcome back. Maybe we could all tone down, defending on sides and stuff like that. This is, I call this the gray zone. This is, where people who support all sides could come, but not really. There's no need to defend. But yeah, Frank doesn't hold a patent on cooking videos, and I did see a video, like, kit that I want to buy that gives me, like, a tripod for my phone, lighting for my phone, and stuff like that. So maybe I might do some cooking videos. But yeah, my daughter will only eat pasta. We go to restaurants. We'll go to, like, a restaurant. They'll have, like, a really nice Italian plate, and she wants that Italian plate, but no sauce, no, mushrooms, no meat, just the buttered noodles. And that's what we have to eat at all these places. And then another thing is she doesn't drink sodas. So here I am having my, steak or my chicken or, whatever I choose with, a lemonade or a tea and, like, going all out because I like going all out when I go out to eat. And then you look at my daughter's plate and it's some butter noodles and water with a little bit of bread. Makes it look like I'm spoiling her by giving her, like, some bread on the side. But I don't know. Any parents out there have any advice on how I could get her to try something new? Would be great. Cooking videos, please. Okay. If the wife agrees, we will. I'll let her pick the meal, and we'll do a cooking video. I'm in the mood for spaghetti, so hopefully, hint hint, if you're watching, we are gonna make spaghetti tomorrow. She's ahead of the game. Yeah, my daughter hates sodas. She had a Sprite once when she was 3, and then when we went to Disney World. We went to the world of cola, the world of Coca-Cola. So there was a strawberry one, so she wanted to try because she loves strawberries. So she had a strawberry soda from, I think it was India, and then I think she's had a Dr. Pepper like a few months ago, but that's about it. Like I could name the time she's had soda on one hand. She's just not a fan of it. And I support it because I mean I don't want to be giving her like these sugary drinks and stuff like that. So it's either water or like a Powerade. I mean Powerade, yeah, it has sugar and stuff, but I don't need her with the caffeine or the carbonation and stuff like that. So I'm happy. I'm not complaining. More soda for me because I have my like little soda machine here. Mac and cheese. She does the Velveeta cups. If she wants it, she'll make those on her own. Inbox me ideas. Awesome. Yes, please. Um, what I'm worried about as a father here is protein. Like she'll have chicken, but not a lot of it. Thank you, Jenna, for the $5. Thank you so much. That's gonna go to cooking for tomorrow. How old is my daughter? She's 11. She's 11. It's because her birthday was last month, so I have to like kind of adjust. You know, in January when you're still writing the previous year, like that's what I had to do right now. She won't try any red meats, which is very hard because I make excellent steak. I did this Jack Daniels steak one time. It was like peppered Jack Daniels, and it was really good. I'm not a drinker, but it just had this aftertaste. It had this burn in the back of your throat that was really good. I wasn't going to give it to her, but like in general, that's a pretty good steak. Does she eat eggs? I made her eggs. She ate a little bit, and then she'll eat eggs in rice, and like the Chinese rice. But I'm not gonna penalize her for that because I don't eat egg at all. I make some pretty good fish. I do grilled or pan seared. Oh, my pan seared fish is pretty good. I did it one time and it stunk up the house. I'm the only one that eats fish, so I don't think I'm allowed to do it anymore. Peanut butter. She'll have a peanut butter and jelly, but it has to be like a thimble of jelly and like all peanut butter. So that's good, but she hasn't had that in a while. Shrimp. I'm not a fan of shrimp, but it's good from what I've heard. The way people describe it. I got tricked into eating it once and I didn't like it, so that's how I know I don't like it. It's not just because of the shrimp. The texture of food. I don't think it's the texture. No, I don't think it would be the texture. Let her help cook something. We've done that to where I'll have her like get the ingredients, mix it, but she still won't try it. And that's the thing. When she was little, she would eat spaghetti. But now, like, we, cook the noodles, we serve her the noodles, we'll throw some, sorry, had a message coming in. So, like, her plate, like, we'll stack her plate. It's not like we're just giving her noodles and stuff like that. No, like, we'll give her, like, a giant bowl of noodles. We'll throw in, like, a few chicken nuggets in there. We'll throw, like, a little single cup of Pringles in there. We'll throw a couple of fruit gummies. So, I mean, she's eating, like, sometimes I feel like she doesn't stop eating. And it's good because most of the time it's fruit. Like, she'll make her own fruit bowls when she gets home. She'll make, like, a nice little fruit salad for herself and go watch TV. But I want to enjoy a steak with her. Like, I want to have a burger with my daughter. Like some brisket. Like, ooh, I made brisket one time and it took like 22 hours to make this brisket, but it was so good and like tender. She does like Asian foods. Right now, well, for like the past 2 years, she's been going through this like Asian culture thing to where she loves watching like anime. She loves the Japanese snacks. We used to go to Anime Boom back in McAllen. and get like all the fun like Japanese snacks and stuff like that. So she likes that. And I think this is from Japan. Oh no, this isn't from Japan. This is from. Well, it's from Russia. This is a Russian soda. I thought it was a Japanese soda. Yeah, we have like stuff like that. Broccoli. She doesn't like Mexican food. She'll eat the rice. When we go to Mexican foods, thankfully everyone has chicken nuggets and fries. Broccoli and cheese. I mean, I wouldn't want her to try something I wouldn't try. I mean, I don't mind it. I mean, I like that, she's kind of coming to her own identity and, she's branching off and doing, her own thing, which is cool. I mean, I support that. But yeah, let me see if she could introduce me to her can of corn that she keeps. So good, especially white rice. Okay, because the white rice is her favorite right now. It's thing, like I do so many good meals. Oh yes, I want to see your corn. This is the corn. See, we didn't even get Del Monte. We got like HEB, and I was like, oh, maybe it's great value. It doesn't even say great value on it. Okay, you could take your corn back to over there. Yes, everyone says hi to you. Hello. Okay, thank you. I'll tell them that you said hello. All right, love you. Okay. Can we talk about other platforms when they say accountability? Oh, thank you, Jenna. I mean, she looks like me. Of course she's gonna be amazingly good looking. But yeah, like I guess Thanksgiving's coming up, and that's another reason why I have food on the mind. Why I always have food on the mind. Why am I gonna lie? I'm not gonna come up with an excuse. Yeah, Thanksgiving's coming up. Looking forward to that turkey. Looking forward to that corn. We might have to crack open her new friend can of corn and make some of that. Isabel brought up accountability. I'm happy to talk about it. No, she has wavy hair. Me, you can't tell because I put product, but when my hair is long, it's really, really wavy. So she got that from me. So she has like a natural wave, which is super cool. It wasn't cool as a guy because I mean I felt really weird in school with like kind of like curls. She doesn't want to cut her hair. She wants to keep it long, and I support that. I'm cool with that. Okay, accountability, and I'll say this. I'll give a non-biased my opinion on accountability. Regardless of what you do, small or big, I feel like you need to answer to it. The same way that you would want to be praised for doing a certain action, you kind of need to answer for that action if it doesn't go that way. Since I feel safer using Jaime as an example, because I feel like if I use Ophelia as an example, if I use Frank as an example, if I use Vanessa as an example, I feel it's going to be taken a certain way. I'll mention it to Jaime because I know I could say what I feel about him, and he's probably the only one who won't get offended or want to like rebuttal and go back and forth. So let's say, similar to the way I did the Vanessa files, let's say I did the Jaime files. And let's say I broke down every one of his videos, kind of like what Manny's doing with Vanessa. Like, let's say I did that to Jaime. And let's say it ends up bringing Jaime down, or he loses subscribers, or people start giving me more subscribers, more likes. I start monetizing off of like just talking about Jaime. Like, of course, that's something good. Like, I'm gonna want to answer to that. I'm gonna want to take credit for that and be all like, yeah, like I did this. You all know who I am now. I built my name off of talking about Jaime. But if it didn't go that way, and I started getting, chastised for it, or I started getting attacked for it, I mean, I gotta kind of answer that too. It's not fair that I only want to take the good thing and run with that. Like, okay, yes, I helped. It built my name. It built my platform and everything. But I gotta take the bad stuff with it too. Um, the affairs. I have an issue with that because this video today was supposed to be about affairs, not anyone specifically, but I wanted to talk about a study that I read to where it said about 81% of people have either been cheated on or cheated on somebody. And then I wanted to talk about like what defines cheating. Is it just talking about to somebody? Is it having like an emotional relationship with somebody? Does it only have to be physical for it to be cheating? I wanted to have that kind of topic. Um would that have made it would seemed if would it seem like I was going after Frank, or is it just because Haim is talking about it like and they're having their issue? Like, is it bad? Like, if I was gonna do the same topic, like, is it any different? I agree. So yeah, I even commented on Jaime's thing about him taking my content and being a content stealer. All in good fun. I mean, he did his own thing with it. I still might do an affair video. Like I said, not about anyone specifically. I just think that everyone has their own definition of what cheating is, and I'd like to try and get a average of what everyone here considers cheating. Because I mean, there's some males and females that will identify cheating as just looking at a member of the opposite sex, or just having a friend of the opposite sex like, oh well, you're cheating. Let's talk about it. That person made it clear he was playing chess. Checkmate, bitch. Let's talk about. Oh, there's a person here called Let's Talk About It. Never mind. I thought you were telling me what to talk about. I was like, okay, I need to figure out what it is. So, emotional Gina, thank you for being the only one to answer me on this. Well, like 100 other conversations go, but that's cool. Y'all are having your thing. Y'all are being able to talk here in the platform. Okay, Gina, emotional cheating. Okay, so like just talking to someone of the opposite sex is cheating. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, life is too short for all that negativity. Like, why are people letting other people's problems affect their lives? Like, read between the lines, guys. Yeah, so I think it's cool, like, to treat this drama stuff like a show and entertain it for like a little bit. But if you're gonna go and create like private groups, if you're gonna go and I don't know, meet in person to discuss the other person, I like that quotation marks being there. So no Captain Save a Hose. Sad. But I guess same thing. Where is the line? I'm sorry, I'm trying to take off my shoes and they're like boots. Okay, similar to the relationships and affairs, because we're going to talk about that maybe on Monday. Tomorrow, what I want to talk about is digital addiction. So we're going to do Digital Dimwit Talks Digital Addiction. And that's going to be, people addicted to social media, people addicted to making videos, people addicted to watching videos, people just addicted to anything you can do on your phone. Candy Crush is an addiction. I'm a survivor. Maybe Monday we could talk about affairs, and I want to just talk about it. I mean, nothing. Yeah, we'll talk about it then. We'll talk about it then, and I'm still not mentioning anyone because I mean, people make mistakes, people forgive and move on, and stuff like that. But what about people in power? Do people who have a lot of power feel that it's okay for them to cheat? Do people who Oh no, I'm thinking, 50 Shades of Grey style, like someone who, is powerful like Mr. Grey. I only know these because I was forced to watch them. Okay? I wanted to watch Batman. I was tricked into thinking it was like a spin-off to a Batman movie. I was wrong. All three times, the whole trilogy, I was wrong. I was tricked every single time. But does that like make a difference? Like, are you are you more willing to help someone cheat if they're like a CEO or like rich, have a platform, or help, the janitor cheat or something like that? Just talk about stuff like that, but that'll be for another episode because it's getting late. I need to clean this place. In-laws are coming, so I need to change a lot of things, to be honest. Try and get statistics. Yes, it is. Don't quote me, but I'm going to try and do it from memory. 27% of women have admitted to cheating. 27% of married women have admitted to having affairs, both emotional and physical, while 56 or 58% of men have. So that scares me. That's more than half. If I know my math right, more than 50 is more than half. See, and I know because I know a lot of you people on here are good. You wouldn't help. You wouldn't condone it. You wouldn't see it as like, it's okay, Best cheating movie, Unfaithful with Diane Lane. Oh, we could talk about some movies about cheaters. Holy crap, what's a good cheater movie? What's a good movie about cheating? I mean, it's not good to be cheated on or cheating. Yeah. What about red flags? Everyone knows red flags. Like, what are some red flags to know that someone's cheating? Do you go with it? Are you blind to it? I don't know. I just think there's a lot. I think there's a lot that could be said. I'm sure there's a lot that, could be thrown out there. But like the great legend Biz Marquis says, a damn snow globe. Yeah, just a friend. Don't believe when they say it's just a friend. Or if someone's married and they're all like, oh yeah, we're separated or anything, you ask for that paperwork before you commit to anything. Okay, you don't want to be, the one thrown in there. Guys are sneaky, women are sneaky. I've heard stories. But we're gonna get into that later. So tomorrow we'll talk about some addictions. Monday or Tuesday, depending on how well I clean my room, because I don't want to get grounded or anything, because I've been told this room needs to be cleaned by tonight. So it's already getting kind of late and I don't want to get in trouble. So we're going to end this now. But Monday or Tuesday, we'll talk affairs. Tomorrow, we'll talk about digital addictions. I love the idea of me using digital in the title and it's not my name. And we'll have more fun like that, okay? Things are winding down. Things are getting kind of quiet already. So I'm going to end it here. I'll talk to you all later. Don't forget to let me know you like this video by putting a like on there. Stamp that like. And we'll talk about this later. Just when it was getting good. See, that's the trick, though. I gotta end on something like that. You know, this is like when I saw Avengers Infinity War. So upset I had to wait a whole year to find out the end. This is what I'm doing. But you have a good night. It's late. I don't know what the hell everyone's doing up at this hour. I thought I was the only night owl here. Y'all are just... When someone says it was their provider and it was the Sancho. Ooh, I want to hear that story. But you know what? It's late. It's already 1 o'clock. Y'all are insane for being up this late, especially listening to me. If you're going to be up this late, do something worthwhile. You know, get a book. It's cold out. Everyone needs to warm up. Have some hot chocolate. Don't listen to me. I'm drinking something cold. But I'll talk to y'all later, okay? Y'all